I just been staring at the stars.
What's good, YouTube? It's Nathan Xavier. You know, I had to hit y'all with the high taper tutorial. You can see my hair is already like kind of grown back already, so it's perfect time to do so. And you know, we just did our hair, so you know we gotta complement it with the cut. I use 2 mirrors. I don't use no I use 2 mirrors. That's how I do my cuts, in case y'all were wondering. I'm gonna tie up my hair first, make sure that, like, you know, it's out the way. Like always, you want to disinfect your clippers using Cool K or any type of, like, you know, disinfecting spray you have. And obviously, next, comb down, brush down that area that you're about to be starting on.
Use the 1.5 guard with the lever closed and start debulking, going with the grain with the direction that the hair is growing in. Going in with my trimmers next, I'm gonna set a line in, taking out the C cup completely and just balding that out. Next, you go in with your wall shavers. Creates another transition that's like a little more to the skin. Going in with the no guard lever open on my wall cordless seniors. I'm gonna set in that first guideline, just going up straight and all the way across. But we're gonna leave a little bit of space at the edge up so that the edge up can still be a little dark. 1 guard lever open, you want to create another guideline above the guideline you just made with the same length, same everything. Now we're going in with the 2 guard lever open and we're just going to flick up at the top line. We just want everything to blend in pretty well. With it closed, just to soften up the line a little bit more before going in with the 1.5 guard. Make sure you're always flicking out as well so you don't create another guideline. The 1.5 guard with the lever closed, and this is going to take out that top line. I go in with it open and allowed me to complete that fade up top. With the 1 guard lever open, I was using the corners just to make sure I get the last little, like those little dark spots that are in between. Next, I'm going in with the 1.5 guard with the lever closed. It's going to take out that little line that's in between the no guard lever open and the 1 guard lever open. The no guard lever closed, and this takes out the bottom line. It doesn't take it out completely because we did set in the guideline with the trimmers. So we are going to go back in with the trimmers now and completely take out that bottom line. And same process, we want to start with the debulking first. I use the 1.5 guard with the lever closed to debulk. If you want it a little shorter, you can go in with the 1 guard lever open to debulk. Next, going in with my trimmer, I'm setting that first guideline in. Because it is a high taper, I did make the guideline a little higher, just so, you know, keeps that consistency of it being a high taper. Next, going in with the shaver, just want to make sure that it is more to the skin. With the no guide lever open, we set in our first guideline. You want to make sure you go all around in a straight line. Make sure you flick out toward the top. The one guide lever open, same thing, setting in another guideline above the guideline you just made. With the two guide lever open, we want to just flick out at that line, softening it up. With the lever closed now, same thing, just flicking out at that line, just softening it up. Now with the 1.5 guard lever closed, you want to make sure you flick out and just take out that top line. Going in with the one guard lever open, using the corners once again, just taking out any dark spots I see in between the 1 and the 2 guard. Going in with the half guard lever closed, just taking out that one of those bottom lines that's in between the no guard lever open and the one guard lever open. With the no guard lever closed, using the corners and being very gentle about it, we're taking out that last bottom line to complete the entire fade. Now we're lining up the neck part, and like I said before in the other video, in the low taper video, you want to be very gentle because you can like irritate your neck. As you can see, my ear is really red. My ear is kind of irritated because I do press down on it really hard, but you want to just be very gentle, use the corners of the trimmer as well when you're going around the ears. Now to debulk the hairline, I go in with a 1.5 guard lever closed again. Next, I go in with some hairspray and I spray that across my lineup just to make sure that all the hair, when it is brushed down, stays in place. Yeah, it just gives me a little like more crispier line when I do line it up. And then when you start the lineup, you always want to start in the middle and then work your way either to the left or right first, and just repeat the same thing on the other side. As you can see, the vertical bars, they're kind of light because the taper is high, so you don't want to push it back or like be too aggressive with it because it's just gonna make your forehead look a lot bigger. And my forehead's pretty big, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want my forehead looking even more bigger. You don't need to do no C-cup because it is a high taper. There's not really much hair there in order to do a C-cup. Next, going in with the enhancements, you want to do short, small little sprays. When the enhancement is like sprayed onto your lineup, it doesn't look too like drastic. Make it look as natural as possible, but do fill in those light spots. The day I was cutting, I was feeling the pencil, so I did use the pencil, the chalk, whatever you want to call it, and you want to make a very thin line when you do that. Then to blend it, you want to go in with the liners first.
See, you can barely see it now. And then the final step is you get the fuck. Just do what you need to do with the razor. Just go across the skin. That is the cut. That is the high taper tutorial, y'all. It's a lot more, you know, it's gonna take a while for it to grow back in, so I can go like a good 2 weeks instead of just waiting a week for another cut. You know what I mean? Saves me time, saves me energy. Cause I think when you start cutting your own hair, you just don't want to cut your own hair at all. It's like mad work and shit, cause you gotta like cut it, then you gotta clean up your shit. And then, I don't know if y'all want like a mid taper tutorial next. I could do that if anything. And I think I've really done everything that I can do with my hair. I'm not doing no high fade. I'm not doing none of that. I already did a drop fade. You can, you know, you can do a low fade variation off that already. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Do y'all even notice that I don't use no next, I use toilet paper, dog. No one says nothing, so I'm like, I just continue doing it, bro.